Hello guys and welcome to another legendary stream right here on Twitch. Dogmas, congrats on being first. You are insane. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to everyone in like my time zone, and good evening to you, Dogmaster. Hope you all are doing amazing. It is Wednesday. It is time to grind. We have more 121.8 all advancements, random seed action to go for, and before that, though, I want to give some update because I've been cranking the last feature of the tracker, like the last couple days as well, like in parallel to already working on over 50 YouTube shorts. So we're going crazy, and took a nice nap. That is amazing. So obviously, before we get into runs, I will do a little bit of zero practice, do a one warden skip, and we're good to go. But before that, I think I have the most exciting thing to show, which is literally the biggest update the tracker will have so far. It is crazy. I mean, if runs end up being really unlucky today, I might actually do some developing on stream, but it's not really planned. I'm not going to bother you guys too much with it. I still feel obligated to give you guys an update. You guys can see the next version will already be 0.9.94. So it's like we're close to 30 subversions since the last release. So there's a lot of small steps I've been taking. And I want to show you guys. Let's go to a release. I'm going to show you guys something. Because this, slowly but surely, makes the tracker feature complete. So I hope this puts the vision together. Yo, Bluehead, welcome in! Wait, this is exciting. I don't know if you know that I've been working on a pretty sophisticated Minecraft all advancements tracker that basically allows you to customize whatever you want to do, whatever you want to track. And I have literally started working on the template creator, which is basically a built-in tool that allows you to configure what you're looking at here. So let me first get like custom goals up there, advancements, and stats. Boom. We have this up top. Might be a little cleaner. And then, alright, something like this. Yeah. But I don't know when you were last here. You've probably not seen a lot. Okay, here we go. This is the first time we're revealing this. This create template button is new. And just for context, it's currently two files. It's this file, I'll move some stuff over here. This has 250 lines, and then there's this file. So the window I'm about to click on itself has 250 lines of 2,500 lines of code. Yeah. So this has been crazy the last couple of days. Right here, boom, template creator. Yeah, my facecam is not hiding anything. Basically, you can select the version, right? It takes the same version that is selected here when you start it up. And if I, for example, select the test template, it also automatically knows, hey, this template is currently in use, because that is literally the template I've selected here. You can't delete it then. And you can create a new template. It's very straightforward. Category name, optional flag, and then you could create it. Yeah, Manx, welcome in, and good luck on school, MT. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, so you can either create a new template, or if you select the template, you could copy it. It's all pretty straightforward. Obviously, if you name it the exact same, it's... Oh, it doesn't show a warning. I need to fix that. It doesn't allow you to copy. You need to do something to allow you to copy. I'll make that a warning. Wait, let me note that down. Let me note that down. And I mean, I've been avoiding the most important feature yet. Let me note that down. Let me note that down. Show warning when trying to copy same named template. Yeah, you can obviously delete the template as well with a pop-up with you telling exactly what it is. If you create the new template and name it the exact same way. All advancements, no optional flag. It's also not going to work. But the warning doesn't display. I'm trying to copy or create. It just doesn't display the warning yet. I need to fix that. Yeah, I've been grinding like 6-7 hours per day. The last, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And in between that, I've been working on 50 YouTube shorts. Even more than 50. Lol. I'll hopefully get done with 25 of those today. So yeah, you can't create it if it's the same name, if you add an optional flag. Wait, the creation does not work at all. I should have tested that more. Oops. Why do you not work? Are you here now? No. Great. Announcements 1. Oh, wait, I've just found a bug. That's funny, because I've not been looking at this this part of the code. It's like so straightforward, I thought. Oops. Okay, that's fine. We'll fix that. Let me note that down. Okay, but one thing I know for sure, because I've been testing it, is the biggest feature and the most important one. Make sure template creator template sure creating new template works. I'll look into that. I don't want to bother you with it. Fake def if it worked for the that's true. Okay, but one feature, and like the most important feature I've tested in and out, is the edit template. So you click edit template, and you will see what you're editing. You can switch here on the fly. If you switch the version, then you'll have to click edit template again. The version kind of resets things. But let's stick with 1.16, my test template. I like selecting my test template because the test template has like everything the tracker supports. So we have like custom goals filled out as well. And you can see, yeah, these are all the advancements. Currently, it still goes with the root name. I don't have the display names in there yet. So it ignores the language file still. That's going to be the next step. But yeah, you can select an advancement. You can configure, so far, everything besides the display name. And it works as you'd expect. Let me just select the test template in the settings here. You also saw, whenever you change something, there's a revert changes button. It's like below my face cam. Revert changes button. So it automatically knows when you've changed something, and you could revert it. Obviously, if you yourself revert back to the changes it used to be, it removes the revert changes. So it checks one by one which settings you previously had. It's like a snapshot kind of thing. And the same thing here. So if I were to delete the adventure route by clicking on the X, it tells me revert changes. I can bring it back, or I can press enter to save. Mind, if you press enter while this window is focused, it's not gonna apply these settings. So pressing enter here is different from pressing enter here. It's their own kind of applying, right? Now write and export it to the SRIGT custom category. Wait. Write an exporter. Oh, you mean that? Wait, how easy would that be? Wait, I didn't know that was like. I thought you always had to officially add the category. That'd be crazy. If I could make this connect to the IGT. I didn't think about that. No, you'd have to play custom category. Oh wait, they are? Wait, I'll look at. Oh my god, I'll look into that. I'll look into that. It's not gonna be like the next thing I'm gonna do, but I'll look into that, though. That's actually hype. They're way less expensive. That'd be crazy, though. Export, custom, SRT, a JSON category file. Wait, this is crazy. I'll have to look into like the format and stuff. Okay, but basically, yeah, you select the advancement. If I were to, for example, copy an advancement, I'm intentionally, this was so much pain yesterday, I'm intentionally leaving unsafe changes, indicated by this revert changes button, and I switch to a different template, then hey, you have unsafe changes. If I discard, the copy is gone, and it just switches to the other template. If I, let's say, make the copy again, and I switch over, and I hit cancel, it's gonna keep me here and just keep it as it is. And if I switch and hit save, I can also press enter here, then it switches, and yeah, the copy is saved. There we go. So it should be relatively intuitive. I've not added too many hover texts yet. That's gonna be something I'll do at the very end. There will be a lot of explanation on like everything you can interact with, because that's very important that everything is kind of self-explanatory. Yeah. Now the craziest thing is, I'll go to my craft mine test 1 template, edit, because here I have unlocks as well. This is like the template that has everything, but it's much smaller. And you can see, obviously, if an advancement has criteria, this is April Fool's version stuff, so don't be confused. I specifically wanted to support that because we are going to speedrun that. That will be interesting. But basically, you can add a criterion, which some have been added here. Oh, and I've not shown, like, the most important thing. Is my sound bugging? No? I think Manx hasn't had any issues, so. That has to be Twitcheruski. Sorry about that. No, it seems fine. Let me know if it is. Basically, yeah, it also looks fine on my side. Weird. Okay. Basically, yeah, there's stats. Obviously, same thing applies. But for stats, you can either switch between multi-stat category or not, which changes the way it displays. Let's actually switch to this very template, hit enter. Now, you can also like resize this a little bit. Now, we can immediately see the template that we're editing, and this is crazy. This is actually crazy. Because I've implemented a function that basically makes sure to reread the template file if the one you're editing here is the one currently displayed in the tracker. You can see you couldn't delete it, which is like an indicator for the one that you're using. And so specifically when you're editing this one, it will refresh the tracker because this is the one that's being edited. That's absolutely crazy. Had that with Twitch a few times, even. Yeah, I mean, cause Spotify and like the rest of the audio are kind of different. Yeah, feel free to restart the PC. It should be fine. It should be fine. Seb, welcome in. Welcome. So, Yeah. It's weird. But basically, there's a difference between stats with like one category, you can keep them simple, or if you have a complex stat, it displays it below with a separate icon. So a complex stat, even if it just has one entry, this will also show in the topmost row of the overlay. Like if I were to enable that, the overlay hasn't had any changes. You can see this log with the dirt is visible there. And it puts the dirt up here because of this log as well. Right. Wait, that's something I should actually fix. Because this one doesn't have any substats. I'll fix that. Overlay. Shouldn't put shared flag. Shouldn't look at icon files from simple stat categories. This is actually outdated code. It shouldn't put the dirt there, actually, because this doesn't display up there. Shouldn't look for icon files from simple stat categories. Yeah, because that's already it. If it doesn't look for those, then the flag is not going to disappear. Yeah, I've disabled Windows updates for the next 2 weeks, because it partially caused all those crashes, I'm sure. Okay, whatever. So this is what I wanted to show. This is obviously very extensive, and you might be wondering, well, you can copy it. It automatically puts underscore copy. If you copy the same one again, it puts underscore copy too, so there's some logic there, that you don't run into errors of it being the same name. If I remove this and hit enter, error, duplicate root name found, and this duplication message, or like these kind of errorsome things, also if your word changes, everything's just saved again. If you also copy this, save, you need to save before you can edit the advancement. That's or the stat in this case. If I name it the exact same, it also says duplicate. So you have like duplicate wherever it really matters that it is named differently. And you can remove this, apply the changes, and you're good to go. The thing is, I've been playing Tomb Raider I've been playing like the last 3 Tomb Raider games, and I'm very good at breaking games. I mean, I know that Tomb Raider is like just very buggy, but I'm very good at breaking games. So I have a talent for finding a lot of issues, which is really good if you're working on your own program. So, and I also note down like any issues immediately so I don't forget them. But basically that means I've gone through like a lot of scenarios of things being able to go wrong. Like even considering someone just restarts the tracker while the pop-up is up and like stuff like that. It's yeah. So whatever, you might have been wondering, how the hell do you even like rearrange the positioning of this? Because one big part is obviously being able to configure the ordering of advancements. This was quite tricky, because in some cases, especially if you select like an advancement, you have these entire blocks that have to be rearranged. You might have been noticing there's a bit of a gap, like below this separation line, and this is basically a drop target. Everything here is a drop source. Doesn't matter. If you're on a text box, it like selects it. But if you're here, you can see reorder Minecraft underscore wither boss. I can drop it below Quipper belt, and it's rearranged. If I press enter, it should now be. Wait, where did I put it? We were configuring. Oh, we were configuring the advancement itself. Yeah. So let's look at this. This is what we're configuring. And basically, let's take the wither boss, which is this one, and drag it below the raid. So wither boss, drag it below the raid, boom, hit enter, and it switches places. So that's very intuitive. I'll add more of a description, but this is why these gaps are here, also at the very bottom. And you can do the same rearrangement here for these things as well. Obviously, whenever you hit enter and you're actually editing the template, it will reflect those changes right there in the tracker itself. I've initially even thought about, like, whenever you add the image file, right, the icon path, that it would display the icon here in the template creator as well. But if you think a little bit, you can just look at the template while you're making it, and I think not rendering any images here is just a performance thing. I think it would look cool to, like, display the icon once it's there, but I don't think it makes sense, because you can look at it here. And it should still be somewhat runnable in terms of performance. So obviously we have the same thing for stats. You can rearrange these. Anything you do will be considered a change. You can move this right up here. Boom. You always need to hit enter. Or you can click save, but it tells you that you can do enter. You can obviously rearrange this. Boom. Same with custom goals. Obviously, if you put it here, that doesn't make sense, but you can put it above. It rearranges. You can see the enchanted book. If we drag that back down, switches places. And multi-stage goal, I only have one in here, but you can also reorder the stages of the multi-stage goal. Should be whatever. Yeah. Obviously here, you'll have to be careful about the stage ID. But currently this doesn't fully work yet, because the stage ID is only for the language file, but currently this still fully ignores the language file. We're looking at that. So I think it's relatively intuitive. I'm still, like, here for example, I've already mentioned hotkeys are configured in the main setting window, because one thing that the templates that people currently use doesn't really touch upon. No, MGUI does not support multi-window easily. Well, this isn't considered multi-window because this window is inside this. I initially tried making this overlay window also render in MGUI, but the multi-window rendering on the GitHub, the branch for it, was, like, so outdated from the main branch, so I couldn't get it to work. I tried, but it basically meant I have this window, which is fully MGUI, and I have this window, which is fully SDL3. So yeah, the multi-window support, I tried. I really tried, but it does not work. It does not work. The branch is way too outdated, and you'd have to go back quite a few MGUI versions for that to potentially work. That was not worth the hassle. So everything is, like, kind of a window in here, and yeah, this overlay separate. This works now, because it works even better since this is fully SDL, and this is the window itself is still SDL, but MGUI does all the rendering, and both are different main loops. Like, they have their own FPS and stuff. So this works really well. Now the point is, yeah, the hotkeys are down here. So once you select a template that has custom goals, you can see this is a description I've already added. 0 is, if you add a target of 0, it is just the simple toggle of making it, let's do it like this. It's just this simple toggle of true false. If you put the target at 0, you can see this is the enchanted book, the Unbreaking 3 book. If you put a target, we can increase the target immediately. Target of 10. Target of 10. Then, yeah, so either a target of 10 or a target of -1. You can't go below -1. -1 basically means it's an infinite counter. And basically, you can see the Deep State Emerald count right here. We can configure a button, B and C, whatever. If I apply that and close, I can use C to go negative, B to go positive, and it works as you expect. So the hotkeys themselves are saved in the template in the settings file, which makes sense. And I've even considered the edge case if you switch over to another template that has hotkeys, it will remember the hotkeys. So here, if I go edit template, custom goals, I actually have the exact same custom goals. Or no, I don't. No, they're not the exact same. But basically, I have two counters that use hotkeys in this 116 template. And so if I switch to the 116 template, pay attention to the hotkeys. Oh wait, never mind. Oh, it defaults back to. Oh, I changed that. Right, I changed that. Can I get that behavior back? I used to have it that, like, in this case, the first hotkey would have kept the B and C. I'll look into that again. Yeah, I changed that. Because I made sure that it actually writes none into the settings file. There were some formatting issues. Oh yeah, now I forgot about that. See, and these are the kind of things I just need to note down immediately, so I don't forget. Hotkeys be remembered again. Obviously, if you switch to a template that doesn't have hotkeys, this will be forgotten. But this used to be in place, so there should still be the code for it. Somehow I'm overriding it, though. Okay, the point is, yeah, you can configure the hotkeys here. Once you apply, the hotkeys will immediately work. And what else am I trying to show? Yeah, you can rearrange things. Since this is the template I'm using now, we'll see the changes happen immediately. You saw the cake kind of go there. I think this is pretty much it. I mean, you can configure everything so far. Malicious Gold, I showed the unlocks. Yeah, it's pretty intuitive. It should be fine. Obviously, if you go here, bread on animals, you can configure these individual thingarooskies. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna move these buttons up here. Just gonna be unnecessary spacing down here. Okay, yeah, I'm just noting these things down real quick. Okay. Yeah, very cool. I hope this sounds somewhat or looks somewhat cool. Make sure buttons for buttons within details view are on the same line. I mean, I can work towards these fixes now, but I don't want to bother you guys too much with it. I mean, this was like advancement, details pane, and then wherever the copy and remove button is, here. This is, okay, this would already be the fix. Yeah, this already puts the copy and the remove button in the same line. And that's how easy MGUI is. It's beautiful. It's actually beautiful. What is going on, Dogmaster? What is going on? So yeah, if I select this, edit template, click on any advancement that has criteria, venturing time, yeah, now you can see the buttons are where I want to have them. Multi-stat category. Actually, I could fix that now. For custom goals. So, it should just be stat details pane. MGUI, same line. It should be very easy fixes, huh? That's gonna put that into the same line. Then we need to do the same thing with copy remove right here. Copy this, boom. Then custom goals. This here. And it's like doing mouse equivalent of audio stuttering. Audio stops stuttering and now do is restart. Oh, what? Yeah, usually plugging, unplugging, plugging back in, like reinitializes it. Oh, it's, yeah, that's weird. Okay, that puts the copy and remove button on the same line. Here, this is fine. And for unlocks, it's different anyways, but let's quickly check. Yeah, the unlocks tab only appears if you have that version specifically selected. Okay, no, it's not there. Unlock. Right here. Yeah, this is easy fix. That's going to move these buttons up. We check that. Should be done. Okay, small little fix. And there we go. Edit. We select an advancement that has stuff. Read all animals. Yeah. So that just makes everything a little more compact. This is like, this would be the region you kind of start dragging. This is where you'd start placing. This is on the same line. This is on the same line. This is on the same line. That I haven't changed. And unlocks. Oh! Hello! What are you doing? Are you... What? Oh yeah, that's cool. Huh? Oh, I copied an end group. How did that happen? Well, that's funny. Cool. Yeah, you're not gonna crash. Telling me a sick trap. Set up. I know what I did. Yeah, no, I just ended a group that didn't really need an... Like, I ended the group twice. Which makes the drag and drop target bad, and that, yeah, it just ruins everything. The copy paste error, I guess. Yeah. And now we can rearrange this, and these buttons are the same. It's all a little more compact. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let me... I haven't done that yet. Fixed button. Spacing or something like that. And what else did I do? No, that's it. Okay, I'll commit this already. Small little steps. Okay, that already puts 95. Let's see how many more versions until the full release. But we're getting there. Okay, cool. Thank you guys for checking that out. Very, very cool. Might actually just be my mouse and it's unrelated. How would it break just like that, though? Huh. Weird. Okay. Let's now get into the zero practice. I'm not gonna do it for too long, but a little bit. Need to do something. All right. Oh wow. Wait, what? Switch to Linux kind of stuttering if you have no sound at all. Forgot